I meet people, I hear about people, and there are so many of us with so much potential, so much to share, so much to give. And I run across so many young ladies with so much to give. And they have a spirit that they want to step forward, they want to go far, but they allow themselves to get bogged down with relationships, bad friendships, bad partnerships. And I say primarily young ladies because I just see it so often, and it's so hurtful. We've got to learn to practice, be engulfed, be absorbed with love, self-love. Self-love is the hardest kind of love. Seems like it's the hardest kind of love to grow in. You must learn to love yourself. And that love needs to be able to grow and grow and grow. And with that, as you develop self-love, you're able to grow and grow and grow. You don't need the relationship to make you whole. You don't need a marriage to make you whole. You don't need to have a partner to make you whole. You don't need to have scores of friends and social events and pictures to post on Instagram and Facebook to make you whole. Self-love looks good on you. Don't forget that. You're great. You can be greater. Self-love looks like a smile. Self-love looks like you're standing tall. Self-love looks like you're feeling confident. Confidence looks good on you. Don't forget that. Loving yourself, loving Christ, nothing could be greater. But as we talk about self-love and we talk about loving Christ, loving God, it's not always easy. And it is okay to doubt God. He's a big enough God to handle our small and insignificant doubts. And doubting God is very normal. It's very natural. It happens, yes. With the ups and downs of our lives, the hurts and pains of the unknown, with the push of humankind to be greater thinkers, it becomes normal to question God. And in questioning God, we many times doubt him. Of course, there should be less questioning once you've decided that you are connected to God, that you are connected to Christ. Once you've met him in any form, there's less questioning. Yes. Once he's touched your life in any way and you have decided that it was him with his golden gentle touch, there should be less doubt. But it takes time. It takes a journey to get to that point. We need to learn to live with ourselves and all the truths that lie inside of us. And that will be the first step of self-love. That's what we really wanted to talk about today. That's what really came to my mind. As I started off the podcast, just speaking about all the people, all of the talents, all of the ideas, the imagination, all of the entrepreneurship, all of the, artists that are out here. We've got to learn to love ourselves. We've got to learn to investigate our own motivations. Ask yourself, are you motivated by someone or something? What's your motivation for seeking God? Ask yourself. What is it that we're hoping that God will do? Why is it that we raise up his name? Why is it that you raise up his name and sing the songs of Zion and recite the cliches of Christianity on Sunday mornings? Are you hoping that you'll be blessed with stuff because you do that? Are you hoping that God will be our own personal Santa Claus? He'll open the floodgates of your talents and grant you with things and favor and money and material things. Favor. Are we in search of God and Christ? Are we in search of simplicity, honesty? Those are the things that we have to ask ourselves. You know, in many situations, it was a bad situation or pain that brought you to Christ. It was a bad situation or pain that had you seek Christ's face. Maybe he was a last-ditch effort to help you through your turmoil, your heartache, or your loss. And that's real. Those things happen, and it's okay. He's a big enough God to wrap his arms completely around you, regardless of why you first sought him out. He's there when we forget all about him. The pain's gone away, the problems are resolved, and life seems so good. And we forget him. We forget why we sought him. We forget why we need him. We forget that, we love him, but he doesn't. He never forgets. Let's ask ourselves the tough questions. Can I be greater in my faith to him? Can I be greater in my faith to the Son? Can I show greater allegiance? Can I create an allegiance? And the allegiance that I do create, can it be greater? Greater to the one that saved me and the one that loved me? Can I stay loyal to a Lord that refuses to leave me, regardless of my hot and cold actions toward him? But listen, we are human. We have human nature. We cannot beat ourselves up for instances of doubt, instances of hot and cold times, the stretches of time that we become distracted. We can't beat ourselves up about that. But we should be aware. We should be aware of all those times. Christ understands us, and he understands those times. Let's put greater effort in creating an allegiance. Let's put greater effort in being transparent with him. Let's put greater effort in growing our faith. Let's put greater effort in becoming a true believer in Christ. And as we become a true believer in Christ, we become greater believers in God the Father. If we can grow our personal confidence in him, we grow our faith. If our faith grows, our ability to see and understand his voice grows. If his voice becomes louder in our lives, then we understand more of what he needs from us. And it culminates in a greater understanding in knowing his love and knowing his ways.